Hello everybody, my name is the Poke of Wall Street, aka take her to the back of the shed and put her down. And this is a video about whether or not Titanfall 1 should even be saved at this point. Let's be honest, we're gonna analyze this in a sort of freeform way where we dissect what good parts Titanfall 1 had, what good parts other games like Apex or Titanfall 2 have, and ultimately if it's worth even saving at this point or whether or not they should take it out. Now, if you guys have seen, like me, the absolute state of Titanfall, you probably are very well aware that the game is literally unplayable. Literally unplayable. Every person that tries to queues up and gets hacked, obviously, and that gets sent into lobbies filled with bots. It's unplayable. If you guys saw Team Fortress 2 was unplayable because of the bots, Titanfall 1 literally is unplayable. I have the Steam charts open right here, and it says 24 current players. Obviously, this is Steam charts. These are people who bought the game on Steam. It came out way before on Origin, on EA Plays, blah, 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 blah. And I'm sure there's a few more people there, but given that Titanfall 2 is at 7,993, there's a pretty big difference between one game and the other. Now, the important thing to recognize is that Titanfall 1 is only multiplayer. Single player campaign, quote unquote campaign single player, is actually a multiplayer game. It's just multiplayer matches played in single player. That's like there's a story and you play multiplayer matches to progress the story. That's pretty much it. Titanfall 2, on the other hand, does have a single-player campaign, loudly acclaimed. Everybody loves it. One of the best single-player campaigns we've ever had in these like action shooter things. It's on par with other really good Call of Duty campaigns, or probably even better. It's pretty short, but really good for what it is. Again, these games go regularly on sale. You can get it for less than €5, $5, thereabouts. I bought Titanfall 2 Premium for like $5, and that was like a few years ago. And right now, it's probably even cheaper than that. So what I'm saying is, you can buy both games, but only one of them allows you to have a single player experience if the multiplayer gets ruined. Now, you guys probably heard me say this, I'm kind of like Spool from Funhouse, or Inside Gaming back in the day. $1, 1 hour. That's how it works. $1, 1 hour of fun. You can be playing, 300 hours, but you hate the game. That's not worth the money. Titanfall 2 has given me way more than 5 hours of fun. Even in the single player, I've played it twice and I've spent a lot of time just perfecting the runs and doing all those things. It's really fun and way more than 5 hours of fun. Just the campaign, single player, and even the multiplayer is really fun. Just running around, shooting bad guys and killing AI, bounties, pilot v pilot, attrition, blah, 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 blah. Really fun. I've got way more than 5 hours on stream in the last few weeks, and I bought the game a few years ago. Now, Titanfall 1 has that severe limitation of being only multiplayer. It's like an Apex. Imagine Apex, every match you queued up, you were sent to a bot lobby, or everybody was botting or hacking. It would become literally unplayable. The main difference is one of them is free to play, and the other one you have to pay up front to get in. Sure, it's not a lot, but it's still an upfront fee. If Titanfall 1 was free to play, it's a free to play game, you're not really paying anything. There's no money transactions. EA is just losing money on the servers, then really, what's the issue there? Nobody really loses except for EA. But no, you've got to pay to have an unplayable experience. That's the main issue people are having. They're either saying, take it out of the stores or fix the issue. Stop taking money from people who are going to be unable to play the game. Now, should we save Titanfall? Should we fix the issue? Who plays the game? Is Titanfall 1 better than Titanfall 2? From what I remember back in the day, Titanfall 1 and 2 had terrible launches. They were timed poorly again and again, and they just couldn't get that mandatory number of people for a multiplayer game to keep it alive and succeed. It got caught between Battlefield and Call of Duty. I think both of them did. And it was just self-cannibalization by EA on their part. They could have large-scale combat in Battlefield and, smaller scale, high-action first-person shooter gameplay that could compete with Call of Duty, but they decided, let's just screw ourselves over and let's ruin both launches. Now, Titanfall 2 does have single-player campaign. It has a really good multiplayer. Sure, it's lacking in content, given obviously to the fact that they stopped development really, really quickly because it was a botched launch, by definition. Now, what are the good things of Titanfall 1? I think Titan mechanics are different than in Titanfall 2. A lot of people prefer the Titanfall 1 Titan mechanics. I think some of them perceive them to be smarter, better, easier to just, leave them on autopilot and run around as your own pilot. I've had a lot of people on stream tell me that they prefer fighting and going around as a little pilot boy rather than a big mech. I personally like Titanfall 2's Titan mech mechanics, where it's kind of a give and take. Sure, you can choose to get them to be smarter, or you can just get in them while they're deployed and use your Titan. It's more of a give and take. It's definitely slightly different. It's not exactly the same. Titanfall 1 does have, I think, a more compelling shooting experience. Maybe just because it's more simplified. I don't know. I think it's slight different flavors of chocolate ice cream. One is dark chocolate ice cream, and the other one is just regular chocolate ice cream. Well, some people like the dark chocolate one, and some people like the chocolate one. Some people don't like one, and some people don't like the other, and some people like both. And they'll just take whichever one is available and tasty at the time. And that's kind of where I think most of the community is at. Sure, there are some diehard Titanfall individuals, we can tell there's 24 of them right there, who just cannot not have dark chocolate. While the vast majority of the people, they appreciate both types of chocolate, and even milk white chocolate, which is in this analogy, Apex Legends. So if we're deciding that EA should spend, or Respawn, or whoever it is, should spend valuable time and resources out of the games that make them money, sure, Titanfall 2 doesn't have a games as a service, monetary style that would, keep making bank for Respawn, but it's very popular right now. It's been popping off very recently, and that's money people are spending up front. That is cash money, and not 24 people who bought the game 7 years ago. And that's a very, very big difference. Apex Legends is their go-to right now, is what's making them the huge bucks, and they even said the hack that happened recently for Apex, telling them to save Titanfall, achieved nothing, and I agree with them. What did they get? What did the hackers who sent everybody to an unrelated website to them about saving Titanfall, what are they achieving? What did they annoying a few Zoomer kids hopped up on Adderall, or some streamers were trying to make their rent? Nobody cares. In Apex, the main community, the go-to people who watch Apex and participate in the community, nobody cares about Titanfall. To them, boomers, Zoomers. And you got people in the middle who like all the games and just like playing the ones at any point in time. Now, does this mean that there's no hope for Titanfall? And I think, yeah, there is no hope. Not because of the hacks, not because of the bots, but because it's just an old, dying game. And there's better versions of it. At the very least, Titanfall 2 is improved in many aspects. The maps are more, colorful. And that's something that, for people who are hopped up on caffeine all the time and who just want to get quick kills and have, a blast of a time and get 37 kill streaks. That's what they want. They want variety. They want colorful maps. They want good gameplay. They want fast-paced pilot Titan combat that sure was available in Titanfall 1, but it hasn't been able to keep up with the improvements of the future games. Personally, I hope that Respawn are able to come up with Titanfall 3 or whatever mechanic allows them to make a smaller arena style, PvP shooter. It's truly sad to say and to come up to this conclusion, but I think they need to take out Titanfall in the back of the shed, give Grandpa the 20 gauge shotgun, and just put him down. It's old. There's better versions of it. The only positive things of it are negligible when compared to the improvements and experience of Titanfall 2 and Apex. There's more people in Apex than Titanfall 2. Titanfall 2 has a better single player, an active multiplayer that's not messed up and screwed over already. Apex has, this huge money being thrown around. Streamers, content creators, sponsors, tournaments. It's just more appealing for everybody. And it's a sad thing to say, coming from a dying game, murdered game, Dirty Bomb, and seeing another one never even have a chance to succeed. But I think that what we need to do is come together and realize that, it's about time we let go of things of the past, kill it if we have to, and, wipe our hands clean of the blood, because the kids don't need to know where Grandpa went. My name is the Pogo of Wall Street. I appreciate every single one of you who showed up and watched my videos. Check out my streams, links in the check out my streams, links in the description to everything: music, Twitch, YouTube. Well, you're watching it on YouTube, so that's going to be very hard to merch. Anything you want. As always, guys, have a great day.